Why you feel emotionally exhausted in every relationship. It's not what you think. You're always the strong one, the reliable one, the one people turn to for support. But inside, you are exhausted. And no matter how much you give, it never feels like enough. Sound familiar? Then stay here with me. Let's talk about it. Because today, we are breaking down why it keeps happening and how to finally stop feeling drained in every relationship. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you take on so much emotional responsibility, the hidden reasons behind your exhaustion, and most importantly, how to shift the cycle so you can finally feel supported and not just drained. Let's paint a picture. You're the friend everyone vents to, the one who smooths over conflict, the person that always knows what to say. You're the one carrying the emotional load, remembering birthdays, checking in first, making sure they're okay. And yet, do you ever feel like no one's doing the same for you? It's not just physical exhaustion, it's emotional fatigue. It feels like you have to be on all the time. And when you finally have a moment just to yourself, you can't even relax because your brain is wired to be on high alert for everyone else's needs. So, why does this happen? Why does it feel like your relationships are more about giving than receiving? The answer lies deeper than just being a caring person. It's actually about emotional responsibility and where you first learned it. If you grew up in a home where emotions were not handled well, maybe your parents had big emotions, maybe conflict was unpredictable, or maybe you had to be an adult before you were ready, then you probably learned early on that keeping the peace was your responsibility. Maybe you had to read the room before speaking aloud. Maybe you felt like your feelings didn't matter as much as everyone else's feelings. Maybe you learned that love was something that you had to earn by being helpful, calm, or just easy to be around. Fast forward to your adult relationships, and suddenly you're the one over explaining, over apologizing, or over functioning for other people. It's like your brain has been wired to believe that your worth is tied to how much you help or manage the emotions of others. But here's the thing, carrying everyone else's emotional weight doesn't make you a good person. It makes you exhausted. And real love, real connection, doesn't require you to drain yourself. Let's start by identifying when you're taking on too much emotional responsibility. Do you find yourself checking in first, even when you're the one that's upset? Feeling guilty when you say no? Being the therapist in your relationships? Holding back your own needs so others don't feel uncomfortable? If any of these resonate, it's a sign that your nervous system has been wired to prioritize other people's emotions over your own. But the good news, you can rewire this. Here's a mindset shift that changes everything. You are not responsible for how others feel. You are not responsible for how others feel. You can be kind, you can be supportive, but you don't have to fix or manage other people's emotions for them. That's not your job. When you feel yourself about to jump in and emotionally rescue someone, try this instead. Number 1, pause and take a breath. Number 2, ask yourself, am I helping because I want to or because I feel obligated? Number 3, if it's obligation, stop. That's an old pattern talking. It's okay to let people sit with their own feelings. You deserve relationships where you feel supported, not drained. Start noticing who in your life actually reciprocates, who listens to you, who checks in on you. The more you start prioritizing mutual relationships, the more you'll realize you don't have to do all the heavy lifting anymore. To close this out today, I want to guide you through a quick exercise to help release emotional weight. If you can, close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in and out. Now visualize all the emotional weight you've been carrying, all the stress, all the responsibilities. Imagine holding it in your hands, everything you've been managing for other people. Now slowly picture yourself setting it down, letting it go, feeling lighter because it was never yours to carry in the first place. Take one more big deep breath in, and when you're ready, allow your eyes to open. You don't have to hold everything together for everyone. You are allowed to be supported. You are allowed to rest. You are still worthy, even when you're not fixing or helping. Remember that you are valuable and worthy. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. What's one emotional weight you're ready to set down? And if you're ready to go deeper into this work, make sure you're subscribed because I have so much more to share on this journey of breaking free from emotional exhaustion and stepping into the love and support you deserve.